Hey there thinkers, welcome back to Critical Hit. My name is Est. A few years back, Insomniac dropped the bombshell that they were working on a new Wolverine game. Fans practically lost their bloody minds, riding high on that Spider-Man success train. But that was before the second Spider-Man game hit. Before some people started side-eyeing their creative choices. You know, the usual drama. Is Insomniac losing its touch? Are they running out of ideas? The whispers turned into a full-blown uproar when it came out that certain consulting firms, infamous for sucking the life out of promising video games, had its claws deep in the project. Oh yes, the sweet scent of impending disaster. Fans could practically smell the doom before the game even saw the light of day. Now, I do have a few things to show you, but before we get into this topic, I have a request. If you like the content that we create, subscribe to our channel, smash that like button, and ring the bell to be notified for our next video. Now, let's get into it. We finally have confirmation of what everyone suspected. Sweet Baby Inc. is tangled up with the Wolverine game. Given some of the female character designs that we've seen, it's not exactly a shocker. Sweet Baby Inc. is working with Insomniac Games on Marvel's Wolverine. And boy, oh boy, did they ever do a number on Jean Grey. Yes, that's supposed to be the Jean Grey Logan is head over heels for. But this is the version that we're stuck with in the game. So, Jean Grey, the telepathic powerhouse who's usually a sight to behold, looks like she got caught in a wind tunnel in this game. The iconic beauty and strength that have defined her character for decades seems to have been, well, tossed aside. Sweet Baby Inc. and Insomniac Games have decided to give her a unique makeover that makes you question if they even know who Jean Grey is. And let's not forget about Logan. Like, he's supposed to be hopelessly in love with this version of Jean Grey. And it's hard to imagine him being obsessed with this new design unless he has some serious head trauma and a change of taste. So we're here eagerly awaiting Marvel's Wolverine, only to find out that our beloved Jean Grey has been transformed into someone almost unrecognizable. Thanks, Sweet Baby Inc. for making us question everything we thought we knew about one of our favorite X-Men characters. This Sweet Baby Inc. debacle really blew up with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Not only did they work on that train wreck, but the game's epic failure in every possible way just poured fuel on the fire. Sweet Baby Inc. employees lost it, fuming when people started identifying the games that they've been involved with. Gee, I wonder why they got so defensive. Maybe because they knew that if this mess spiraled out of control, it could spell disaster for them in any other games that they touched. The whole situation was a spectacle of finger pointing and blame shifting. Sweet Baby Inc.'s reputation took a nosedive faster than the game's Metacritic score. The internet was ablaze with memes and rants dissecting every aspect of the fiasco. The employees' public meltdowns only added to the entertainment, turning a professional disaster into a full-blown circus. Rumors started flying about internal chaos at Sweet Baby Inc. The whispers of rushed deadlines and poor management skills. Critics didn't hold back either, slamming not just the game's shoddy execution, but also questioning the competence of everyone involved. The backlash wasn't just about one bad game. It was about a pattern of mediocrity, and people are fed up with it. In the end, the fallout from Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League became a cautionary tale about how not to handle a failing project. Sweet Baby Inc.'s desperate attempts to salvage their image only made things worse, cementing their place in gaming infamy. The whole episode was a brutal reminder that in a world of video games, one colossal failure can overshadow any previous success and haunting future endeavors. It's like a never-ending cycle of studios crashing and burning, all because they're desperately trying to tick off diversity, equity, and inclusion DEI checkboxes, handed down from the bigwigs in AAA gaming. Every time you turn around, another studio bites the dust, attempting to inject enough woke agenda into their games to appease the corporate overlords. And now we get to facepalm once more. Insomniac Games' highly anticipated Wolverine game appears poised to follow the trend. Sweet Baby Inc., the latest offender, seems to have left its mark on Marvel's Wolverine. evident in the leaked footage where poor Jean Grey has been given a makeover that's not only controversial, but downright cringeworthy. It's enough to make you wonder if they're actually making games for the fans, or just trying to score virtue points in a race that nobody asked them to run. About 6 months ago, there was this cheeky hack that spilled the beans on some early game versions. You know the drill: unfinished gameplay, rough around the edges, all that jazz. But, oh boy, here's the kicker. People are losing their minds over the character design disaster. Now, according to the leaked footage, you can apparently step into the shoes of none other than Jean Grey herself. I mean, that sounds cool, right? Well, not so fast. It turns out the rendition of Jean Grey in the games looks less like the fierce mutant that we all know and love, and more like she's auditioning for Kathleen Kennedy's biopic. Seriously, who greenlights this shit? Mark Kern, aka Grums, the man with the Warcraft street cred, couldn't help but throw shade. Take a good long look at what they've done to poor Jean Grey over at Insomniac Games. I mean, ouch, talk about mutant mayhem gone wrong. I mean, what do we even have here? Behold the riveting evolution of Marvel's Wolverine, from innocent sweet baby to the rugged, world-weary version that we see today. And that's all courtesy of the supposedly leaked screenshots. And let's not overlook Jean Grey's transformation from your everyday superhero into a spitting image of Kathleen Kennedy in a formal gown. Because, you know, nothing says mutant superhero quite like an evening wear and striking resemblance to one of Hollywood's execs. It's like they took a detour through a red carpet event on their way to saving the world. Like, wow, I can't wait for the next leaked photo of Deadpool in a tuxedo, because clearly that's what fans demand. Superheroes dressed to impress. Sweet Baby Inc., all the way back in the ancient times of 2021, proudly explained to the masses that they were the power behind Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine, partnering with the marvelous Insomniac Games. And isn't this just picture-perfect timing? Like, remember when Sweet Baby Inc. found itself knee-deep in controversy not so long ago? And who was the one who swooped in with the glittering shield of defense? Oh, right. None other than Marvel's Wolverine Associate Narrative Director, Mary Kenny, weaving narratives to spin Sweet Baby Inc. out of the hot seat. Isn't it funny how all the puzzle pieces magically fall into place? Look who's dropping names like Sweet Baby Inc. and acting like it's a badge of honor. Oh, they're not the problem. No, we pinky promise. As if they're the lone wolf in the pack of sheep. Newsflash, the world isn't just black and white. There's a whole spectrum of issues out there, and surprise, surprise, companies like Sweet Baby Inc. are just one shiny piece of the puzzle. But let's talk about these angles. Oh, they're in demand for a reason, right? But must be their stellar ethics and impeccable track record. Except, hold the phone, because every time they play their little games, it's a spectacle. They just don't mess up, they make it a grand show of it. See, it's just like clockwork in the gaming industry, isn't it? They're always managing to take these absolutely gorgeous characters, especially the women who could rival supermodels, and then poof, suddenly, they're not quite as stunning in the game as they are in real life. It's almost as if they have this bizarre fear that if a female character looks too attractive, it might somehow intimidate or challenge players, especially the female ones. So they dial down the beauty and sprinkle in some realism, or whatever they want to call it, and voila, another visually watered down character hits the screen. And now suddenly, lo and behold, Marvel's Wolverine seems poised to follow the same tired trend, with poor Jean Grey potentially getting the beauty downgrade treatment. Classic move. However, those are my thoughts on this. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And hey, before you go, subscribe to our channel, smash that like button, and ring the bell to be notified for our next video. As always, this is Est, and I'm signing off now, so I will see you in the next one. Toodles!